Hey everyone, Dr. Clint Steele here with your Text for Success, Chirothin Text for Success program. And this is the team text. So this is only going out to team members and to docs. And I have with me Dr. Chirothin. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How are you, Clint?
Good to see you, man. I see you sitting there, man. You got the sun shining in the window. Beautiful place. I had a chance to come out there last week and see it, man. Gorgeous place.
Thank you so much. But don't let it looks like it should be about 80 degrees outside.
Yeah.
But this morning when I woke up and I turned on the local news, we set a record for the coldest temperature ever in Clearwater Beach. It was 29 degrees when I woke up this morning.
Dude, it's like 26 in Maine, so I don't feel so bad now, man.
I get it. Yeah, I moved here just to help you feel better about your Maine winters.
Listen, just real quick, I want to share with the team and the docs. Like obviously you think you started this. Like we're here because of you. We're doing this because of you. People are watching this because of you. You started this. You got to know the ins and outs better than anybody else. You interact with all the docs that are doing this. You know what works, what doesn't work. Just give us the number one tip, man. The number one thing that we need to make this successful, so that we can reach more people, so that we can make this more successful. What is that?
It is understanding the power behind health and healing when it comes to getting people to lose weight, to really having the doctor understand it, to really having the staff understand it. So, Clint, you and I go back a long ways. I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody when we graduated from Logan because we both look really good for our age.
That's right.
It might give it away, right? We both look really younger than what we are. But basically, we all know the triangle of health. Whether it was BJ referring to it as the 3 T's in the green books, or when we were going through school together at Logan, it was the triangle of health: the physical, the chemical, and the emotional/spiritual triangle. And Tabor's Medical Dictionary, health is a complete state of physical, mental, and chemical well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. What a doctor, what a Chirothin doctor and their staff needs to realize is that by reducing the excessive weight or obesity in a person, that's great for the person's vanity. It's great for their health. Their blood pressure is going to come down. Their blood sugar is going to come down. All these things that we want. But really, I think a lot of times chiropractors don't understand because they just don't have time to do the research, right? But when you really look at the studies that are out there, that what the impact from a physical standpoint, a truly systemic chemical standpoint, and an emotional standpoint, a person can literally not be overweight or obese and not have all 3 sides of that triangle of health being negatively impacted. So, obviously it makes sense if a person is overweight or obese, that physical side, it's going to be the stress on the knees, it's going to be the arthritic change, it's going to be blood pressure. So that overweight or obese condition is having a negative impact on that side.
Right.
Let's go down to the emotional side. There's not one person who is overweight who doesn't have some emotional baggage.
Right.
About being overweight. And I can tell you that. I mean, we've known each other a long time. When I was playing hockey for Logan, I was not an in-shape guy. I mean, you would have looked at me and gone, there's no way this guy's an athlete, right? I had played collegiate level hockey, and I was also now playing after undergrad, playing for Logan. You would have looked at me and gone, really? So, there's some emotional baggage there. I mean, that's just being real, whether it's being out on the boat with a bunch of friends that I don't maybe know that well and not necessarily going, oh, let me take off the shirt because I'm, everybody else is jacked and I'm not. There's just that stuff, man, and it just sticks to you no matter how hard you try not to. So that overweight or obese condition is having a negative impact on the emotional component of it. Mm-hmm. And then, one of the things that probably most Chirothin offices never do and their staff never do is go on to PubMed and start doing the research to see what type of chemical impact, chemical stresses being overweight or obese puts on the human frame. I do because I own this company. And, just like a couple of things really fast, when you look at, and there's studies, irrefutable, peer-reviewed NIH studies that show when a person has excessive adipose, when they're overweight or obese, their body produces, the adipose actually produces a higher level of IL-6. So, okay, so most people right now are going IL-6. What's that? That's interleukin-6. Interleukin-6 is a pro-inflammatory cytokine. So it's going to stimulate the production of systemic inflammation. Increased adipose, when you have, the more adipose you have, you produce more TNF-alpha. That's tumor necrosis factor alpha. That's a cell signaling inflammatory cytokine. Okay? When you reduce the levels of adipose, as a person loses weight, you actually now start producing more IL-10. IL-10 is interleukin-10. Interleukin-10 is a cell signaling protein, or a cytokine, that is an anti-inflammatory cell signaling protein. So as you reduce adipose, as a person loses weight, they're secreting less IL-6. So there's not going to be as much pro-inflammatory signaling. They're going to be reducing their production of TNF-alpha, tumor necrosis factor alpha, less inflammation, less chances for cancer. As they lose weight, they're going to be increasing the amounts of IL-10, which is an anti-inflammatory cytokine. So we now have this really significant impact on the chemical side. So when the average office watches this, if we are talking chiropractic from a health and wellness standpoint, and we really are talking the importance of not only getting people corrected, but getting them stabilized, you have to understand that if you don't address this, if you don't help this person lose or lower their adipose levels or lose weight, that person, we can't reasonably expect that person who is overweight to have the benefit of what we do for a living through chiropractic. We can't expect them to experience the maximum benefit of the beautiful profession that we're all in. So I always say, chiropractic is chiropractic, weight loss is weight loss. They're two totally different animals, but they really do fit together, because this one thing that is not chiropractic can have a positive or negative impact on the foundation of the profession that we're in. And as soon as you understand that, bang.
Yeah, it's called, a lot of docs call it being certain, having certainty about what you're doing, about what you're selling. We're selling this thing. We're selling it.
Sure.
Bottom line, the more certain you are about what you're selling, the more belief that you have in what you're selling, the better it's going to come across. The more likely they're going to want to be part of that. The more success you're going to have,
and the more comfort the doctor has bringing it up to the patient.
Absolutely, yeah. And so instead of this thing like, I'm just trying to sell you this because you need to lose weight, it's like, no, you need to get in here and be on this program because it's going to make you healthier for a lifetime.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you do that and you're looking at, I'm just selling this because I need to make some money, I need to pay the bills, and I want to help this person lose weight, as compared to, holy crap, I can reduce this person's risk of cancer, I can reduce this person's risk of any inflammatory diseases, any of that stuff. It totally changes the whole perspective.
Absolutely. And reinforce what we're doing from a correction and stabilization standpoint with chiropractic. They just fit in so perfectly.
Yeah, awesome. That's great stuff, man. We're gonna get back to you. We're gonna do some more of these things because
Absolutely.
I think it's totally important that we do this. We're gonna bring some of the research in with some of the other docs as well. So you guys stay tuned, man. We'll have more of this stuff coming. Dr. J, thanks so much for being with us today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Clint. Stay well.
All right, you too.